I'll see the. Hey, friends of Hairflips, Cambodia here with the one and only 150.
What up?
We're starting late because a couple of the guys are going to join us late, so hopefully they'll jump on soon. But since they're late, I wanted to pour a shot because that's how we do. All right. So what are we toasting to, Neil?
Avaya Stadium, the new Earthquake Stadium.
Oh yeah, you can give your take on that today if you want. But can I just say that the Monster Mac is still inside me from last week's episode, and and what are you doing to get it out, Neil? What are you doing to get it out? Cheers.
I am doing a colon cleanse, and it's rough. I just took the night pills just a couple seconds ago, and I had my special gift courtesy of those pills.
Is it working, dude? Like, how often do you go to the bathrooms and shit?
Dude, it feels like I always have to go to the bathroom. But I'm not really losing any weight.
Yeah, but you can't really you can't really tell right away. So after the cleanse and stuff, I'm sure it'll clear you up. But I'm actually trying to go that route, not because I'm trying to get rid of the Monster Mac, but because we have 2.5 weeks left of our hair flips and layups weight loss challenge.
Dude, it's less than 2.5 weeks. It's
about 2 weeks.
It's all
2 weeks.
a week and a half, bro.
Wow. So I have 6 pounds to lose, and my goal is to actually lose 3 pounds by Sunday, and then next week lose another 3 pounds. So that's going to be pretty tough, and it doesn't help that I've been drinking a lot of beers lately. So I don't know. I might have to pull an LVR and pretend that I lost weight.
Is that with the side bet, or are you just considering
that was my original goal. The side bet is realistically not possible. I mean, I'm being realistic. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm about 176, 175. So my goal was 170. So if I lose 3 pounds by Sunday, which is probably not the case, you know, that will set me up for another 3 pounds. So I'm trying to balance, you know, or trying to at least pace myself, but I can't really do pacing because it's only like I said, barely 2 weeks left. So I don't know what to do. So that's why I'm thinking of doing the colon cleanse, like you.
You know what though? The thing is, I've been doing the colon cleanse, and I actually feel a little bit better, but I still feel like I haven't lost weight because of it, because that stupid Monster Mac was like holding me back. Dude.
I read up on the Monster Mac, and in terms of calories, it's about 2,500 calories. Depending on your source that you're looking at, but a Big Mac itself is about 500 calories, and then you add every like patty to it. But the one thing that really blows my mind is it's 30% sodium. Like where does it go? Like where does that, like, how do you salt something so much? Or I mean, I don't understand.
Well, it's like McDonald's kind of, you know, their meat isn't really meat. It's like preserved meat. It's mummified meat or something.
It is, but like I said, I hope that your colon cleanse is not going to work, and I hope my 3 pound goal is going to be reached by Sunday. But I really don't know how the hell I'm going to do it without cutting off an arm.
I'm actually at 198 right now. But there's no way I'm gonna reach that side bet. That side bet is like out the fucking door. I'm not even thinking about it anymore.
But you're at your goal though, right?
Yeah, I'm at my goal, but
fuck you.
Like no way.
All right, so all right, let's well, I want to get all the other guys' updates, but they're always at different functions, so unfortunately they're not going to be able to give us an update. But
All we get is voice.
Let's.
All we get is a voicemail.
That's true.
Unanswered.
So that's true. So let's move on to the word of the week, Neil. The word of the week for this. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's the word, bro?
Sorry. My bad. I'll tell you what the word is. The word for this week is bop and weave. So the bob and weave. All right. So for those who don't know, it's a boxing term. And do you know the definition of it, Neil? Like in layman's term, what exactly is it? And I'll tell you the I guess the technical.
Well, it's like drop, then kind of side to side, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's a bitch maneuvers. Bitch. It's not evasive maneuvers, but bitch evasive maneuvers. So it's pretty much like you're running away. And is there a counterattack with the bob and weave? Like if I'm bobbing and weaving, and you're throwing a punch after some bobs, is there some like counters?
Just gotta watch where they're going, I guess.
No, but is that part of the bob and weave, or it's not? Bob and weave is just kind of
I mean, they're trying to elude you, and you're just trying to hit them, you know.
Okay, so there's no counters.
A better, more precise, you know.
So there's no counters.
Huh? Not really.
Okay, so it's just hiding.
It's a counter to it's a counter. The bottom is the counter itself.
All right. Okay, cool. So friends, if you're submissive and you find yourself in a fight, there's no shame in bobbing and weaving.
Or when you trying to avoid the grenades.
What's a grenade? Oh, like Jersey Shore term, the grenade.
Grenades.
Damn, I have not heard that like fucking term in like years. I'll bring it back. Let's do man heat, all right? So right now, since a lot of these guys aren't on because they're at functions, I figured two sensitive guys talking about whatever's on their mind. What's a better topic to discuss than man heat? Right now, okay, if I were to give you two names to put out there right now as a nominee, Neil, who would you choose? You give me one, and I'll give you one, and then back to you, and then I'll give you mine, and then we decide who the heat would be.
Man heat this week. Damn. That's a hard choice because I've been trying to avoid sports past couple days.
Oh, I'll give you mine. You know who? You know why I picked this guy?
Why?
I was actually watching TV. 17 again. You know that movie 17 again with Zac Efron?
Oh yeah. That's
right, so my nominee would be Zac Efron because like in the movie, and I'm sure you've seen it numerous times, but it was on cable. I found myself watching it. But anyways, Zac Efron was or is Matthew Perry's character, or he's the young version of Matthew Perry because Matthew Perry had resentment in his life because he could have been a potential basketball star, but no, he chose his high school sweetheart, his love, and he's always felt like he could have been something in life if he just went with the college scholarship or whatever. So the story goes he could live that scenario all over again as another youngster as Zac Efron. And when it comes down to it, Zac was playing a high school game, and he still picked his high school sweetheart, the old flame. So my nominee is Zac Efron. Plus, he's a hottie.
Have we picked? My nominee would probably be. Wait, have we picked Channing Tatum yet?
Yeah, Channing Tatum's a man. Zac Efron.
So then, my vote being a forever Evertonian would be Ross Barkley, midfielder for the Everton toffees because he looks like Channing Tatum.
Really? Can you bring up a picture? Can you bring up a picture of Ross Barkley for the fans at home and for me, because I actually want to see it. Let's put these guys head to head. How about that? We don't need another nominee. How about the almost B-lister Zac Efron versus the who did he look like? Channing Tatum. The Channing Tatum lookalike Ross Barkley. So those are our two nominees.
As I look at pictures of him, it kind of doesn't come to pass. But I'd like to say one thing is that you have that image of like Channing Tatum, like he's kind of a doofus.
Yeah. But the ladies love them though.
And that's the look I get when I look at Channing Tatum. So let me share my screen for a second. That this would be.
It's blank. Okay, I got. Okay, yeah, I see it.
So he kind of looks like him. I'm not gonna say he's but he's fit. That's what I'm just saying.
You know what? I can say there's a resemblance to Channing Tatum, but he's not beefcake enough to be Channing Tatum. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but. Yeah, no, I agree. I can't argue with that.
Okay. So like it. Do you agree with this? Channing Tatum is like a beefcake.
Yeah.
I mean, no home. Oh, hey, friends and family and children of all ages, welcome to the show. Right on time. We were talking about Ross Barkley. Mecca. I figured there might be something wrong with his connection, so we'll wait for him we'll wait for his video to appear. But what I was saying was, speaking as a straight guy, like you know the kind of person a beefcake would be, right?
What do you mean? Like an asshole?
No, a beefcake is no. Okay, I'm gonna have to break it down for you. So
like a barber.
Okay, so this is how you break down dudes, right? And we're talking about like how we can categorize guys, right? Beefcakes are just kind of like the hotties, like if there's like a female counterpart, it'd be like the porn star or whatever, but you know who they look like, right? So they're just kind of like the hotties who don't really have anything in the head.
Yeah.
Like kind of lustful. They're just kind of like built for I guess sexual pleasure. Hey Mecca, I think there's something wrong with your connection, brother.
Yeah, because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. We don't see you, but what do you think of Ross Barkley?
Ross Barkley?
Ross Barkley, yeah, because I'm trying to break down.
He's the best player on the. He's the best player on the Everton squad.
No, I don't care about his skills. We're talking about looks right now.
His looks.
Yeah, we're in the middle of our heat.
Anybody give a shit about his looks?
Oh man. You see, I'm trying to break down the difference between like a beefcake and what other categories are out there. The pretty boy. Like a beefcake is not the pretty boy.
Beefcake?
Okay, Ross Barkley would be a pretty boy. Channing Tatum will be a beefcake. No?
I don't even know what a beefcake is.
That's what I'm trying to define for you. Okay, like Zac Efron. What would Zac Efron be?
A pretty boy?
Yeah,
he'd be a pretty boy.
He'd be a pretty boy.
What the fuck is a beefcake?
Channing Tatum.
He's like a gigolo.
Yeah, a beefcake is like a gigolo.
All muscle.
No, Mark Schneider is like a gigolo. Or Rob Schneider, rather.
He's only a European gigolo.
Hey, Mecca. Ross Barkley is not the best player on Everton.
He is the best player. Well, he's the Wayne Rooney to Everton. Because he's relentless and he keeps going. I appreciate his work rate. and his work ethic. He
But-
just gets hurt too much.
But he's
So-
kind of stupid.
Huh?
He's kind of stupid.
Stupid acting or stupid looking?
No, he just kind of makes all fucked up mistakes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, if you're relentless like that, you can always make up for it. At least he's trying.
Hey.
It's like a batter that keeps getting struck out. But when he gets that hit, it's a double or a homer.
Yeah, I can see that. But he's more he's like Josh Hamilton without the cocaine.
Hey, I'm taking another shot. You guys can join me if you want. And Emeka, I know you're driving, but feel free to drink and drive. Cheers. Hairflips does not condone drinking and driving, by the way.
Hairflips. What's on the agenda?
Okay. Are you going to be able to join us from home, or are you going to do this from your phone the whole time?
I should be able to join you from home in less than 30 minutes. But if we're having a short show, then I might as well just stay on the phone.
All right. Well, we have something set up, but let's wrap up the heat. So we decided that Ross Barkley is a pretty boy, right?
No,
Okay.
Ross Barkley is a beefcake.
I thought he was a pretty boy
What
because
the fuck is a beefcake?
a beefcake is like someone who has raw sexuality, like fucking Channing Tatum, motherfucker. Like if you see a blonde bimbo porn star, like that's kind of like the male counterpart to that female blonde porn star. It's just lustful.
It's just all
Okay.
looks. It's all looks.
All right, I can't relate.
Well, I mean, okay, so we're talking about how Channing Tatum was like the beefcake, and Ross Barkley had a Channing Tatum look to him, but he's not full out beefcake. So that's why we were trying to like break down the different types of levels of sexy or heat.
That's the genesis of this whole conversation. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, pretty much. All right, so we have and one does not like overtake the other. So we have the beefcake, we have the pretty boy, and who else do we have?
Him. Actually, we should have. We both chose like a nominee for Maggie, and we should have Mecca do the tiebreaker.
Mecca, who you got?
For what?
Zac Efron or Ross Barkley.
Okay. Before you give us your answer, Mecca, let us both tell you why we nominated the particular person and why they deserve to be the Heat.
Okay.
Fair enough. Let me go first. All right.
Go ahead.
Zac Efron. He's the boy next door who's more than a boy next door. He has an adorable face, but there's a little bit of, kind of bad boyness to him, but not too much where you are ashamed to take him and introduce him to your mother, right? So he has the looks. He has the talent, as I told you. His acting skills in 17 again was on point, and he's just adorable. So my choice for this week, Zac Efron deserves Emeka's attention, deserves Emeka's vote. That's why I selected Zac Efron.
Does it even matter with you? I feel like it doesn't matter. With you, you'll pick whoever's available.
Okay, Mecca, my vote. Ross Barkley is plays for Everton, and he looks like Channing Tatum. Close.
Does he really look like Channing Tatum though?
He kind of does. Channing Tatum light.
Okay.
Like he
I
has
don't see
essence of Channing Tatum.
He has what?
He has Channing Tatum's essence.
Essence.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I kind of would always. I do like Zac Efron actually. High School Musical.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
But I always wanted to gravitate towards the soccer player, of course. Always. It's tough, man.
Can it be 2?
No. Okay. This is what I'm gonna. This is how I'm gonna say it. If one of these fine gentlemen were to have a pass with your girlfriend, who would you not mind giving that pass to? would you be mad at her if she was with Ross or Zach? See, that's how you answer that question.
I would have to go with Ross.
Oh, broke my heart. All right, our man of the week, Ross Barkley, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it.
Oh, man.
Show the fans a sexy picture of Ross Barkley, please.
I gotta go look for a sexy picture of Ross Barkley.
Yes, and Google
I
that.
don't think he has any sexy pictures. Thank God.
Or Google Ross Barkley underwear, please.
Oh my goodness.
Hell no.
Oh no. He doesn't want that shit on his browser history.
I think Google thinks I'm a gay man.
I know you don't mind.
my Google apps, they're monitoring my behavior and they're confused. All right, so
There really isn't any sexy pictures of Ross Barkley.
all right, or at least something without a shirt.
I like how Kimbo just exposing himself on the different tactics to searching out pictures of hot dudes.
I'm just gonna keep scrolling, Kim. Sorry, I'm not gonna. Can't do it, man.
Way to go, Kimbo.
All right, so before we move on to our meet, we have actually a special meet this week. But Emeka was saying how WrestleMania all that wrestling vibe and stuff is catching on in the Bay Area because the Niners Stadium is playing host to WrestleMania. What is it?
Isn't it 30-something? Oh, 40, I think. I think it's 40. It's like a milestone one.
You know what's kind of ironic? The two stupid motherfuckers who follow wrestling aren't on today, LVR and Voicemail.
That's true.
But anyways, so we're talking about wrestling, and since it's March Madness, we decided that we created our own WrestleMania bracket or WWF, WCW, WE bracket, and we're gonna talk about who's going to advance. You're on the phone, so you can't see it. I'm sorry.
I can see it. No, I can see it. I just can't because I turned off my camera to reduce the bandwidth.
Okay, so yeah, cool. So we have our bracket here, but before we go into the individual matchups, let's talk about wrestling memories as kids. Like what who was a wrestler you looked up to, and what about it was special? Was it special now?
About wrestling?
Yeah, about wrestling. Well, they call it sports entertainment now, but I call it wrestling.
I always loved the one thing I always loved about wrestling was the constant or sheer storyline of battle between good and evil. There was always that one wrestler that was supposedly good, and then there was that one wrestler that was supposedly bad. It was kind of funny when the story broke out that Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik were really close friends. Because the Iron Sheik represented everything that was bad about about the Middle East and all that stuff, and he represented that whole Middle Eastern, Iraqi communists, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of like learning that really put the nail on the coffin of like wrestling being fake for me, because they sold that shit pretty well. It looked so real that they really had that rivalry and they had that hatred for each other.
You know what? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and then when you come out and learn that all of that stuff is not the way it seems, kind of disappointed. But for me that was the most intriguing part, because when people like The Undertaker came out that was really when people started to battle between, man, what really is good and what's evil. Because Undertaker was one of those wrestlers that, man, he made people question their morality. Like, am I really rooting for evil here? But this guy is so good.
Who was your childhood wrestling hero?
Hero? Oh, by far Ultimate Warrior.
I respect that answer. I respect that answer. Neil, what about you?
It was actually it was Ultimate Warrior, and then it went to like Rock and pretty much Rock.
Are you talking about The Rock, like Dwayne?
Huh?
Are you talking about Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, The Rock.
Wow, that's funny. I actually stopped watching wrestling by the time The Rock came out.
No, you know what? I started watching. I stopped watching wrestling after a while too. But then the mic skills of like Stone Cold, HBK, and just like their mic skills just kind of brought me back because it was just kind of like ultimate talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean it is. You know what's funny? Like all those like storylines, you can't really do that now because of how everyone has so much access to behind the scenes stuff. Right? So all the stuff that we grew up with and we're like surprised about, like, you know how you said the Iron Sheik is like the bad guy?
Right.
Like you can't hide that now. I mean, you know that's
yeah.
It's like a different I don't know, it's like a different age for wrestling because now since even the WWF, they're a public company. So I read somewhere that even their storylines are pretty more tame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like Triple H, he's actually on the board of the company because obviously his wife is Stephanie McMahon, the owner's daughter. But,
oh, really?
Yeah. So they're actually together. But anyways, everything is scripted now. So a lot of wrestlers, even if they have mic skills, they have to read verbatim from a script that they've been given. So a lot of those impromptu, like great moments, like kind of like The Rock saying shit or talking whatever, they can't do that now because everything is written for them.
Well, I mean, what's the drawback of having them like improvise that stuff? Because that's what really made some of those characters like endeared them, a lot of them, to like fans.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's so much control now, though.
I don't know. For me, I mean, the Ultimate Warrior's energy was just it for me, and he talked very little. He didn't talk a lot.
Well, no, okay, so I think with Ultimate Warrior, and I've tried to be a fan of his, and I am. He has no mic skills. I mean, he's not that charismatic. He just has a lot of energy. He has this persona, but he can't carry the title for so long.
Yep.
That makes sense?
It does. I mean, he didn't talk very much, but he came with the energy, though. That dude was full of energy.
But you know what's funny? He's like a cerebral guy. He's like super intelligent. Like I read somewhere he was actually like
well, let's define. Intelligence is subjective in this case.
Well, I mean that is true, but we're talking about cerebral. We're talking about someone who's philosophical. We're talking about someone who actually thinks versus like just do stuff. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
How about this? Before we move on to our bracket, give me your most underrated wrestler of all time. Underrated.
Most underrated?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. Like underrated.
Rezo Ramon. I love the Razor. Chico.
He got his dues. He got his props. But I like Razor. He has so much machismo. I enjoy that. Neil, who's your underrated wrestler?
Yeah. Get back to me. I'm trying to think of an underrated wrestler.
You know, okay, I'll give you my answer. I'll give you my answer. And I don't want to bring them up simply because you guys are gonna be like, shut the fuck up. But like thinking back,
Superfly?
No. I think Owen Hart.
No, that was not underrated. He got his dues. I think Superfly was underrated. He was one of the early guys, so before the whole thing.
Okay, let me tell you why I think Owen.
No. Actually, that was who I was kind of leaning towards. Owen Hart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. You know why? Because he was always in the shadows of Brett, and then he always had like even the family, like British Bulldog had more like benefits than Owen, and then once he started making a name for himself as like the heel, he fell.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. No. I got it. So that's actually an answer that I was putting a lot of thought behind in the last 2 minutes.
Overrated wrestler.
The most overrated wrestler. Who wants? Okay, I guess I'll go first. 30 seconds. To me, and the most overrated wrestler would be. I'm gonna say Steve Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steve Austin too.
And he carried an entire generation, and I think he made WWF, but I don't think he's like a super legend like the people I grew up with. That's why.
I was gonna say Stone Cold. I don't know. Man.
All right, why you?
Huh?
No, I was gonna say who's Neil's answer? Why you think about it?
Hogan.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Honestly, Hogan and Stone Cold were kind of the same. You know, they were really wrestlers. You know, there's no fluidity to their moves. But it was just like so mechanical in how they transitioned between every move. And a lot of it was because they had personality.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're super charismatic. So wrestling skills they don't really necessarily have, but they're super charismatic whether it's on the mic or just ring presence. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to say.
So let's Mecca, if you have an answer, bring it up later. But right now we're going to move to our WWF. I refuse to call it WWE, by the way. Our WWF WCW Legends of Wrestling March Madness bracket. All right, so we have a total of 16 legends here. Do we have 16 legends? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. 16 legends. They're going head to head. The Hairflips crew will vote whether or not they will move on to the next round. You guys ready?
Bring it.
All right, the first matchup of the Sweet 16 is The Rock versus Dude Love.
Versus who?
Dude Love, bro.
Dude Love.
And
dude.
All right, so Dude Love is another persona of Cactus Jack and Mankind. So he's kind of like the bottom rung of the ladder for Mick Foley's character. He's kind of like a hippie.
Okay.
That's the only background I know. And so between The Rock and Dude Love, who do you guys have? And since there's 3 of us, it's gonna be, everyone has a vote and it's gonna count. So pick your choice wisely. Neil, you want to go first?
I'm going with the upset. Dude Love.
Oh my god! What's Dude Love's signature move? He doesn't even have a signature move.
You just have to go with Dude Love. I don't know why.
You know what? I will tell you this. Dude Love has the best theme music ever. Have you heard of his theme music? Have you guys heard of his theme music?
I don't think I have.
All right, I'm gonna bring up his theme music real quick. All right. Becca, who's your choice, by the way? While I pull this up.
For what? For between Dude Love and
Yeah.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'll go with The Rock.
You gotta give an answer. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I never liked Mankind.
But he's not Mankind. He's Dude Love.
Well,
Right.
I didn't like Dude Love before I knew who Dude Love was.
All right. Let me know if you guys can hear this. All right. I'm bringing up Dude Love's theme song. Can you guys hear that?
I remember that. I remember it.
That was the only good thing about Dude Love. So I'm gonna have to go with The Rock. Rock is
Did someone's bracket get busted?
we should have said this to our fans before we had the show. Freaking awesome. All right, so the next matchup is between two different types of currency. All right, so do you want to go back to the gold and silver based economy with or do you prefer the greenbacks of the $1 million man?
Wait, what was the first one?
Gold dust, bruh.
Oh, Gold Dust.
Everybody's got a price. So do you want the greenbacks or do you want gold? Okay, let me go first. All right, if that's okay. As much as I like Gold Dust, I love the fact that $1 Million Man has a slave working for him. So my pick is $1 Million Man.
Bro, you have too much feedback, man. I can't hear you.
Yeah, no.
Ah, shit, my bad.
This is the HNL way. I think what Kim said was he took the $1 Million Man because of Virgil, and that's the same reason why I'm taking
Oh, man.
the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
I'm on the phone, and have you lost Kimbo?
I think he's gonna sign back on.
His bandwidth has to be worse than my freaking wireless carrier.
All right, guys. I'm back on. Can you guys hear me?
So who did we pick? Ted DiBiase?
Well, my pick was okay. Am I okay or do I still have feedback?
Your pick was what?
Do I still have feedback?
We all do.
No, but at least can you guys look out what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can make out.
You gotta stay up close to the mic, or you gotta stay up close because I can't hear you.
All right, so my pick was the $1 Million Man. What was your pick now?
$1 Million Man. Virgil.
All right. And Mecca?
$1 Million Man.
Yeah, I mean we all picked guys who had a slave. So the $1 Million Man advances.
That's funny.
Everybody's got a price. All right, the next matchup is between, from Venice Beach, California, the most charismatic wrestler of all time, the immortal Hulk Hogan, versus Jimmy Superfly. Mecca, who'd you vote?
Oh man, those are two of my favorite wrestlers, dog.
Oh wow, so that's a good matchup.
That's a tough matchup.
Well, that's like a number 1 taking on like a number 8. Think
No,
about
not
it.
really. It's like a number 1 taking on a number 2 for me.
Oh wow! Is that what it? Oh, wow, that's impressive.
It's gonna be tough, man. I'm gonna have to go with Superfly himself.
Wow, for reals? Is this
Yep.
gonna be an upset?
Hopefully.
All right, Neil, who you got?
Unfortunately, we're gonna make it so Kim's vote doesn't count because I'm gonna go with the Polynesian King himself.
Biggest upset ever! That Superfly just hit a half-court shot at the buzzer, took down the number 1 seed Duke.
From the top buckle, bro. He took it from the top buckle.
Well, I can't really disagree too much because it seems like I'm going out the Superfly Superfly look. All right, so and the biggest upset of the day so far, we have Jimmy Snuka advancing to the Elite Eight. Before we move on, can I propose another shot? Because we haven't had one in a while, and Kimbo wants to get drunk.
I don't.
It's too late for the Kimbo to get drunk.
So you're not going to take a shot? So I called you out, and you're not going to answer? It's going to voicemail?
Looks like it's going to voicemail for.
Hey, Mecca, when you get home, you're behind on shots, so catch up, son.
Well, I told you I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it.
Cheers or hair flips.
Hair flips, bitches.
Hair fucking flips.
All right. The next matchup, we have the son of a bitch himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, versus, and this is still kind of relevant. I don't know. It doesn't matter what decade you're in. The Middle East is always one of those things that is a hot topic. Back in the days, it was Iraq. Now with ISIS, ISIL, or whatever the fuck that you call them. But we had a trade mix. We had a G.I. Joe that became G.I. Mohammed. We're talking about Sergeant Slaughter, who is arguably the best heel in the WWF history. Who do you guys have?
So Iron Sheik versus Sergeant Slaughter is what you said?
No. It's Sergeant Slaughter versus Steve Austin.
Oh.
Sorry, my introduction was like all over the place. But I'm saying, Sergeant Slaughter was a heel, and he was siding with Iraq back in the days, or the Middle East.
Yeah, I would go with Sergeant Slaughter.
Wow! What kind of bracket is this? It's like fucking guys. I'm picking not only the heels, I'm picking the people that like mainstream pundits or like fans would like pick otherwise. Wow, this is straight like counterculture shit.
You know what? I'm gonna bring it back to America. And I'm gonna take Steve Austin.
Okay, so why? Okay,
Sergeant Slaughter was American.
why would you guys pick those two? Like Mecca, why would you pick Sergeant Slaughter, and Neil, why would you pick Steve Austin? Neil, go first.
Steve Austin's a badass, fool. You know, it's that charisma. You want him in the next round, even though he only does the one move.
Yeah, but it's the same way with Hogan. But Hogan was beat by a number 16 seed, Snuka.
Yeah, but Snuka had charisma too. Sergeant Slaughter, you know, kind of just kind of irritating, you know.
All right, Mecca, why did you pick the Sergeant Slaughter?
Sergeant Slaughter was American too, and he was a GI.
Yeah, but he was a GI fighting for the Middle East.
He was a traitor.
he was an expat.
That was later.
Okay, so I'll be the
That was in his
tiebreaker.
whole career, though.
I'll be the tiebreaker on this. All right. So between Steve Austin and Sergeant Slaughter, and the only reason I'm voting against this person was because when
Does,
hi Bammy.
What'd you say?
I said hi Bammy.
Hi, Nina.
No, yeah, because I was.
I didn't realize that, like, what she was doing. She was trying to get in there. Yeah.
I'm just listening to their conversation now. I'm not even doing anything.
What'd you say?
Why did Bammy stop speaking? I was trying to listen into the conversation.
She didn't stop. I was the one that moved away.
Oh, god damn it! All right, so back to my matchup with Steve Austin and Sergeant Slaughter.
No, I said he wasn't a traitor the whole time. They only switched the storyline up later to make it more interesting.
All right,
Same
no,
way.
I get that, and the only reason I'm voting against this guy was because he beat my hero. When the Ultimate Warrior won the WWF belt at WrestleMania 5 or 6. This guy took his title away from him like 6 months later, or whatever the case may be, 3 months later, and I've always been saddened by it. So because of that, and because Sergeant Slaughter put the Ultimate Warrior in his place in the WWF history, I'm gonna have to go with Steve Austin.
I agree.
That makes sense? Did my rationale make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Stone Cold Steve Austin moves on to 1, 2, 3, the Elite 8.
Damn, really?
Yeah, sorry, man. All right, let's move down to the South bracket. We just finished the North bracket. Is this dragging on, or is this okay, guys? I mean, I can't. There's no feedback here. I don't understand. Is this selling with our audience, or are we just limping to the finish line? Anyways.
Fuck, you just keep going.
The next matchup is between two men who was vying for the heart of a lovely lady. For those who don't know, the lady of the 80s and 90s was the one and only Miss Elizabeth. I had a major crush on her. Rest in peace, Miss Elizabeth. She was abused by a lot of her companions because they had obviously problems because they're wrestlers. But the two guys who were up there in fighting for her heart was the narcissist he was known at one time. The narcissist, remember that? Lex Luger versus, he was a king. He had a monarchy for a while. He was also a superb announcer, and he did like his beef stick. We're talking about the Macho Man Savage.
Oh yeah.
Friends, who do you have?
Macho Man.
There's no reason. Just Macho Man.
It's Macho Man. He's more of a legend.
Okay, I'm gonna let Emeka break down the spine. But I'm gonna pick Lex Luger because he body slammed Yokozuna!
It wasn't even a real body slam.
No, July 4th. He picked up an 800-pound man.
He didn't even lift him over his body. He just kind of threw him, and Yokozuna just kind of jumped.
It was on the USS Enterprise on July 4th. If you're a patriot, if you're a real American, you would support Lex Luger. Mac, are you still on? Oh, no. Okay, so it's a one-on-one tie, so we move to our next, so in this case, it's going to overtime.
Penalty shootout, extra time.
Alright, I'll move on to the next one. The matchup is between the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and rest in peace, the Ultimate Warrior.
This is actually a good ass fight.
Hey Mecca, we skipped one. We'll go back to you, but we'll have me and Neil vote for Ric Flair and the Ultimate Warrior.
That's crazy. You're echoing.
Me?
Echo. Yeah.
You're echoing too.
Oh. Okay.
All of us are echoing.
Let me see. I think I can fix that.
Hey, but Neil, who'd you got?
For who was it again?
Ric Flair and the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, dude, that is like one of the hardest things. But
woo!
I have to go Ric Flair. Ric Flair got more cash. I mean, Ric Flair's been in the game way too long. Ultimate Warrior had his time, but it was just one generation. Ric Flair's been touching everybody's generation.
That is true. He's been in the game for like 60 years, son.
And I think Ric Flair's been bankrupt a couple times, so he needs the surgery.
But he's styling and profiling, son. He's always styling and profiling.
I feel like you're only doing that because of your boy Hannah.
Hey, Mecca, who's your vote for this one, Ric Flair or the Ultimate Warrior?
Come on, man. I got to go with the ultimate.
Wow. This is tough. So I'm the tiebreaker on this, and this is so tough that, you know what, I'm going to move back to the overtime game that we have in progress. Neil and I voted for this, so Mecca, you're the tiebreaker on this one, and then we'll jump back to the current matchup with Ric Flair and the Ultimate Warrior. So before we ask who you have for this matchup, and you're behind on a few shots, can we take a shot right now?
Huh?
Can we take a shot right now? I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot right now. Fuck. Because I want to, and Emeka's behind like 4 shots.
I am behind, and I don't even have liquor.
Oh no!
I ran out of Dr. Ron.
You don't have anything? What happened to your Captain Morgan?
I killed it over the weekend.
Oh God! All right. You'll get a pass, but next week you'll get fucking punished as a motherfucker. So since and you can't. Okay. This should be a rule of thumb. You cannot go on a podcast without liquor around. Period.
I know. I honestly didn't think. I thought it would be done by now. Really. Like I thought I'd be on my phone the whole time.
Well, I'm gonna take a shot. So Neil, I'll call you right now. It's up to you if you want to answer.
Shot, bitch.
Take the damn shot.
All right. Cheers or hair flips.
Hair flips, fool. You should get. That's a penalty shot. How the fuck you? How dare you say cheers on a hair flips podcast?
All right, Mecca. The previous matchup that's going on right now, that's in overtime, that makes you the tiebreaker, is between like I said, two men vying for the love of everyone's favorite 80s and 90s. She's not a diva because she's a lady. You know, all the hoes are divas right now. This is the original Miss Elizabeth. Between Lex Luger and the Macho Man Randy Savage. I voted for Lex. Neil voted for Macho. Who do you have?
I'll have to go. Oh yeah!
Oh, he likes the Slim Jim too. All right. Let's
more of a legend. More of a legend. You gotta go with the legend.
And let's go.
Except for Hulk Hogan.
Hogan? Oh man, that's like the biggest upset. Only on Hairflips, guys. Let's go back to Ric Flair and the Ultimate Warrior. And I'm the tiebreaker on this one, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that Neil thinks that Ric Flair, you know, transcends generation, and the Ultimate Warrior, like Emeka was saying, has this energy. But my vote would have to go to, and I think this is probably the best analogy that I can have for both of these guys' careers. The Ultimate Warrior was like this big firework that just blew up and disappeared. You know what I mean? It's like that fuse just like it blew up. It was this amazing firework. You didn't know what it could become or whatever, but it was just amazing when it was happening in front of your eyes. Ric Flair, on the other hand, was that encore, well, not encore, but that finale fireworks that you see at your local 4th of July fireworks celebration, where it's just like, and it just keeps going and going and going and doing it and doing it and doing it well and doing it and doing it. So you have this like amazing energy versus a guy who's always going to deliver. And because of that, I'm like the UPS guy or the USPS guy. I always deliver. I'm going to go with Ric Flair.
Good choice. Good choice.
I didn't want to like string you guys along and like, you know, I was trying to build up to something. I'm trying to make a case for the two of them. It's good for TV, but only if you're articulate, which I'm not. Anyways, the next matchup is between, obviously these guys are all legends, but we have Bret the Hitman Hart versus Diamond Dallas Page.
Versus who?
You know what? I'm gonna go first because I don't want to be a tiebreaker. Bret Hart versus Diamond Dallas Page. My vote's going for Bret Hart. No questions asked.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna actually go with I'm gonna go with Bret Hart as well. Too many people had this. Too many people had the diamond cutter as their finishing move, so it wasn't as impressive.
All right. I mean, Mecca, this vote doesn't count, but who would you pick?
Bret Hart.
Wow, a sweep! Wow, DDP has no fans. LVR or Little John may have, you know, otherwise, but they're busy at functions.
Is that the new thing now? If you're not at the podcast, you're at a function.
Pretty much. All right, the last matchup of our was it Sweet 16? No.
Yeah, the Sweet 16.
Is between I don't know. I don't like this nickname for this guy. But it makes sense. He doesn't really have a nickname, but he's the Icon. That's what a lot of people like to call him now. He's the Icon. Versus the Enforcer. Okay, I'm sorry. Sting. Sting is the Icon. Sting is the Icon. Versus the Enforcer, double A, because nothing says enforcer more than initials starting with the same letters, double A. Arn Anderson. This should be easy. This should be an easy matchup. I'm gonna go with Arn Anderson because I think he represents the underdog redneck.
Huh?
I'm going with Arn Anderson because he represents the underdog redneck. And it's up to you guys to make the right decision because I went the wrong way.
So wait, what are the options again? Art Anderson and who?
Sting.
Oh, Stone Cold?
No, Sting.
Sting.
Yeah, Sting.
Oh.
The icon Sting. You know, the Scorpion
Yeah,
Death
yeah.
Knot, the Figure 4, the Stinger Splash, the Woo!
Has to go with Sting, man.
Oh, okay. Why? You gotta tell me why.
I mean, he had it all. He had the look too. He was like Undertaker after Undertaker.
That's true. He was the Crow. I love the Crow Sting. I love the Crow Sting. And at one point, I'll get to you, Neil, but I keep on wanting to tell these stories. But at one point, I wanted to grow out my hair. It was my Crow phase. I wanted to, paint my face white and then draw sad faces on there and carry around a baseball bat because I thought nothing was more badass than walking down the high school hall silently with a baseball bat, pretending to have vendettas, but being very quiet about it.
Oh man.
But anyways, Neil, you're the tiebreaker between Sting or Arn Anderson.
So I actually had to put a little thought into this because at first I was kind of surprised when Kim said Arn Anderson. I was like, what the fuck? Dude really was never his own wrestler. He was either like the Four Horsemen or the Brain Busters.
He's a perfect teammate. No, he was the perfect teammate.
Exactly, he was a perfect teammate. And then when I looked at who was going to be my first choice, Sting, I started thinking about, like, Sting didn't have he always changed his identity. So it's like, kind of, I don't know, I kind of got annoyed by how he changed his identity. He was kind of like...
Another upset! A Robert Morris! Half-court buzzer!
I don't know. I don't know which Stinger we're gonna refer to. So I gotta go with history. I gotta go with the Brave Busters. I gotta go with the guy who handpicked Bobby Heenan as his manager. I gotta go with the Four Horsemen.
You look at the enforcer. Another historical hairflips and layups upset, folks. Arn Anderson just pinned down the icon.
Sorry, Mecca. I just had to.
Wow. So the Sweet 16 is done. Let's move on to the Elite 8. I don't know how we're doing on time, but
no, we should. You know what? We should just save that for next week, and we can recap, and we can actually finish the rest next week. With
you guys want to do that?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well,
can you recap the Elite 8 for us? Who's playing in the Elite 8? Who's matching up?
All right. So for next week, don't forget to join us when our real, I guess, wrestling experts show up if they aren't at functions or ignore our text. We have the Elite 8. The matchup is I'll break it down for you, but Bret Hart's going to take on Ric Flair.
Ooh, that's a good fucking matchup right there.
The Macho Man will go up against Arn Anderson. So many upsets here. Jimmy Snuka, who took down the powerhouse, #1 seed Hogan, is going to take on Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock is going to take on the $1 Million Man.
Oh man.
So those are the matchups for next week. And hoping we'll have more insight, as to why they're voting for certain guys. But I thought that was a great breakdown. I loved talking about wrestling memories. That's why. So that's why I'm always down. So
That was actually fun.
yeah, it's probably better than my stupid actual bracket that I filled out. So you guys want to close out the show with any closing thoughts related to wrestling or whatever? Open forum. You guys, closing thoughts.
Nick.
Man, I haven't really thought about this. Only thing relevant right now that I can think about is probably something I'll be talking about to as many people as are interested this past week, and how the EPL, or the Barclays Premier League, formerly known as the English Premier League,
It's called
formerly known as
Barclays
the EPL. Huh?
It's called Barclays now?
Barclays, yeah.
I
They're the
didn't know
sponsor.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, DPL, yeah. Formerly the EPL currently has no representatives in European championships. This is the second time in 3 years that that's happening. And so every time that topic is brought up, whether it's on sports radio, talk shows, podcasts, whatever you have it, or commentaries, message boards, blogs, it always follows up with, that just goes to show that the EPL is not the best league in the world. I would not call the EPL the best league in the world. What I will call them is the most competitive. And of all the games that I watched in Europe, you can just see how tight. Huh?
Top to bottom.
They're the most competitive, top to bottom. Like, you can see how tired those guys are playing midweek ball. Something that you don't, unlike maybe like football.
Huh? Does Ross Barkley get tired?
Yes.
No, he does not actually. He's like Energizer Bunny. Keep going.
Even in that?
I wouldn't know. So maybe you could ask his wag. Hey, how come we don't do word of the day anymore, man? That's wag. That's the word of the day right there.
Do what?
The wag word of the day.
Oh, we did. You joined us late.
Oh, you did it early?
Yeah. Well, we started. We started the show. Anyways, go ahead. Finish your thoughts.
You finished early?
Neil's doing the bob and weave. Neil's doing the bob and weave. That was the word of the day.
So yeah, basically, if you think about it like in football terms, and I'm talking NFL football now, talk about how those teams always complain about playing Thursday after a Sunday game. Imagine doing that every week in soccer. So in the EPL, every weekend game is really tough. It's really intense. It's highly physical. It's probably more physical than any of the other European leagues. And so by the time these guys show up on Tuesday or Wednesday, and most times they show up having traveled either by road or short flights. And a lot of these teams actually, depend on where they're going, they usually end up driving across country. Of course, in Europe, country is more like driving across the state, but for them, it's not stuff that they're used to. Maybe taking a train or whatnot.
County.
So when they show up to these games, they look really, really tired, and they play really tired. And I think it's probably going to get worse because next year the EPL is going to get a huge bump in pay. So a lot of teams are probably going to end up buying a lot more players and making the league a lot more competitive. And it might even make the Premier League even more attractive than the European Championships as a whole. So that's the huge challenge that English teams have. And honestly, it's probably going to be a while until they can somehow get a break in there. I'm not even sure a break is going to help, but at least if they can get some semblance of a break or something in there, it might be tough for them to break out and have a large number of English teams make it far or make it deep into the UEFA Champions League playoffs. I would love to see that happen once again. The glory days was in the early 2000s when they were making it perennially almost every year into the quarters. But things are definitely taking a downturn. So that's my closing thoughts. I would love to see those things change. But until next year.
I got you, man. Good one, good one. Neil, you want to go or you want me to go first?
No, I can go. I had like a couple. Well, one just to talk to respond to Mecca's statement. Especially we were talking about this in our little chat room, and about how like Arsenal had a hard time going to the East Europe teams and stuff. And it's kind of like how Hawaii has a hard time when it comes to the mainland. It's that time difference, that travel, it just kind of fucks you up big time. So I can sympathize with that or empathize with that. I wanted to talk about the Earthquakes opening the season opener, but I'll probably talk about that next week after I get to indulge in the true season opener or the true home opener. But my final take is this: is basically this morning in excitement over the Europe the second leg of the Europa Cup for Everton, I somehow found a Tim Cahill Everton jersey on eBay. Buy it now. So
That's a good one.
I went and got it. And then immediately after that, a couple hours later, Everton just stunk up the place and lost 5-2. And are now eliminated from the Europa Cup. It just, and I actually felt it. I was like, damn, this, I was trying so hard not to pick a team this year, but I kind of got backed in the corner by assholes and minds that.
You got back to the corner about the hate.
Yeah, I had to pick a team, and like I picked the team that that's. Like the talk is that they're in relegation form, but they played better except for this game. But it's just, once I picked a team, that feeling just kind of like there's this feeling of like devotion to this team that I would watch Manchester City games or Man City games, Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal games, but then after I chose Everton. It's like I wanted to see all these other teams start losing now. Like I didn't care when Man City lost to Burnley. I was like, yeah, fuck Man City. And when you choose a team and you're devoted to them, even when they suck big time, like Everton does apparently, you just, it's not about bandwagoning a team. It's just about being devoted to a team. So. That's my take. I just bought a jersey of a team that got eliminated. I think I'm bad luck. There you go.
All right. Let me take us home here. You guys know that my choices have always been fueled by hatred and just kind of not even underdog stories, but just hate of the more dominant team, right? So when I was filling out my bracket, if I didn't know who the team to pick, the idea has always been like, okay, the team that is less hated by me, of course, or a team that's more of an underdog. And I could have had a pretty good bracket, but there was a couple that in what is it, the round of 64 that pissed me off. Okay, so Cincinnati and Purdue. The number 8 and 9 seed, okay? It could go either way, right? 8-9. It's not one powerhouse, or they're pretty much tied. So in that case, my logic always tells me take the underdog or the lower seed, right? And I did. So my number 9 seed lost to Cincinnati, the number 8 seed, 65-66. All right. So that wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a big heartbreaker, okay? But if I move on to a different bracket, and I'm pulling this up right now so I can see, but the other 8-9 seed between North Carolina State and LSU, again, the score is 66-65, all right? LSU, the number 9 seed, got 65. North Carolina, 66. So instead of getting like major points, my logic fucked me up. All right, so it could have gone either way. My hatred sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. But heartbroken with my bracket so far. I'm doing pretty poorly. I'm just hoping Duke loses first round to Robert Morris. Never done really well on my picks because it's always been 8-based, nothing logical about the choices I make.
Well, I'm the opposite, so.
But who cares, right? So my final thought is keep hating. It's okay. Sometimes it pays off, most time it doesn't. But as long as your principle is being followed, like as is mine, hatred will always prevail. Fuck love. That's my final thought.
Hate brings results, bro. Hate brings results.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it doesn't work to your master plan, but it's okay as long as you understand who you are deep down. And deep down, I'm a hater. And as my girl Taylor Swift would say, haters gonna hate. Breakers gonna shake. Well, I mean, what did she say? I don't know. Okay, haters gonna hate. And breakers, I don't understand the breakers part. And did she say breakers?
No, I think that was just break.
Anyways, so yeah, Taylor Swift is right. Haters gonna hate, so you just have to shake it off. Don't forget to join us next time when we unveil when we discuss who's gonna move on to the Hairflips and Layups, WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW, NWA, March Madness bracket challenge. So for 150, delicious. I'm the Cambodia. Like us on Facebook. We'll see you guys next time. Much love.
Peace.